Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Nosferatu, your friendly neighborhood Mexican film critic. No, I haven't put out a video last week. I did do some trailers for you, but I have been very busy doing my research and my homework for these next couple videos. I will kind of space it out, but as y'all can tell from all of my shorts, I have been getting back into Marvel movies.
Nerd.
And what originally started as just a, hey, let me revisit some of my favorite movies, has now turned into, I need to watch every single one of them and rank every single one of them by phases. I was originally going to just watch them all and make one giant freaking video.
But who has the time, besides trophy wives?
But that task is very overwhelming, so I'm breaking it down into phases. I spent all day yesterday catching up on phase 1. I watched 4 movies.
That's dedication. That is dedication.
Thor, Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, and the Avengers at night. And then I just watched Incredible Hulk today. So I am caught up. I have my notes. This is going to be my ranking best/worst MCU movies in phase 1. Let's get into it. Okay, so the monumental task of ranking every MCU movie from best to worst by phases. I figure how I can do this is I will go through each of the movies. I have some notes, what some pros, cons from them, why I think they're important to the MCU. And what's weird about this list is I'm even watching through movies that I never gave a shit about. Ones I watched one time, didn't give a shit, never came back to it. And I think I'm a little older now. And I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship with the MCU, but I do think I can appreciate a lot of them a lot more nowadays. So without further ado,
Took you long enough.
let's start with the one that created it all, and that is the very first Iron Man. And another thing I did do with these lists, I got ChatGPT to combine all the ratings from IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Letterboxd into an overall rating. So I do have those marked down. They are on the 5-star ranking system, which is what I use since I use Letterboxd as well. So just kind of, I will take these into consideration along with my own thoughts. But since we are talking about the very first one, Iron Man, which we watched last night with the wife, and it has been so fucking long, but absolutely still incredible. I just made a little short today about origin stories and how they need to hurry it up, but with Iron Man, you feel it. You see his progress. You see him as just a person. He has to go through all these hurdles and everything, and then his boss screws him over, and he kills terrorists. Who doesn't like to see terrorists die? Everybody. This is America, damn it. But regardless, Iron Man 1 still holds up. It did give it a rating of 5 out of 5 stars, which I can agree as well. Even the graphics still hold up very freaking well. I will say Robert Downey Jr. crushes it. Perfect casting. It is very believably grounded in the real world. It's not like the MCU has gotten fantastical, which it always should be. It's Marvel. But this is still very grounded. Like I said, it's the perfect start to bring all of these snowball movies coming one after the next, man. It sets up the tone well. It does bring in the Nick Fury spot as well. And all in all, solid fucking movie. I agree with the 5 out of 5. It's still just incredible to watch, even as a standalone.
I am Iron Man.
The next one in line, The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. This has an average rating of 2.5 stars. It does have strong action. It is a little bit of a mess. It also doesn't really feel like all the other Marvel movies. It's kind of an outlier. And I did just watch that earlier today. It still just have some great fight scenes. I do love the Hulk versus Abomination. I thought, it's just awesome, man. I want to see Hulk do Hulk things, and when Hulk does Hulk things, I am a happy Matt. Very happy Matt. The ending battle is pretty dope. I will say what I didn't like is that It was the last of Edward Norton. But he also brought that on himself. Because Edward Norton is a control freak who rewrites every movie he's ever been on. And when he wanted to keep rewriting the script, they're like, dude, no, we're just going to get a new Hulk. Like, shut the fuck up. I love Edward Norton, but he's a prima donna, little bitch. He has every right to be. Perfect actor. He's a great actor, and he knows that, which makes him a little bit of an arrogant guy.
You are so full of yourself.
But yeah, I'll agree with the Incredible Hulk as like a 2.5. I still think it's a bit low. I don't really rank movies that low. I don't really hate a lot of movies. I do feel I'm fairly
Gay.
forgivable with a lot of stuff. Most of my stuff, I start at 3 stars. I could like it, love it, really love it, find it meh, or I've never really had too many I've actually just hated. So yeah, Incredible Hulk, okay movie, kind of a drop off, especially from Iron Man. And then what do? They went and made Iron Man 2. And Iron Man 2 also has an overall rating of 2.5 stars, which I also agree, because it does not feel to me like it is Iron Man 2. It feels more like Iron Man 1.5. Like they needed to fill some extra padding. That I will say that it does have an importance because it does bring in Black Widow, so she gets set up. It sets up Rhodey, even though he got recast as well as Don Cheadle. And I mean, like, just the villains in there. The Whiplash guy was cool, very underutilized. I do love the whips, man. The electric whips, those were badass. Chopping cars in half. Fucking awesome. But I do think it was very underutilized, and I'm not really scared of Sam Rockwell. And then the ending battle is a bunch of mech suits, essentially, which is... I mean, there's danger for everyone else there, but like, there's just not as exciting. So I do understand it being underwhelming, especially to the last Iron Man movie that came out. But it still is very important. Like I said, it did bring in Black Widow and, you know, kind of set up a little bit extra. Also, one thing I noticed, stupid Pepper in there, when like all the mechs are blowing up. All right, so question for you guys. You see something on the ground going beep, beeping red, starts beeping faster and faster and faster. Do you stare at it and go, I wonder what's gonna happen next? Or do you fucking run away because obviously it's going to explode? No, Pepper likes to stand and just, derp, I hope Tony comes and saves me. And I am glad how they had to make him kind of stop, change trajectory, and then go up. Because if he's just zooming, grabs Pepper, she's dead. You're dead. Physics will spaghetti you. You're gonna be nothing but a mushy ball of fuck. So I'd say it does have its problems. I still think it was somewhat fun movie. Like I said, the whips and stuff are cool. You know, had the humor. Also, it humbled Tony Stark. He needed to be humbled. He's very arrogant in that movie. He's a total dick. He's just a drunk asshole at times. So that really kind of set him down on a level, which he needed to be. So I do appreciate it for that as well. And then the next movie that came out, the first, Thor. And this has an average rating of 3 out of 5 stars, which I kind of get. This was one when it first came out, I didn't give a shit about it. I didn't remember anything other than the giant robot thing at the end, which is kind of lame. It's a lame villain. So I do kind of understand the underwhelmingness of that. I will say the importance of Thor is it does, like, the Loki and Thor chemistry there is perfect. It does set up Loki as a great villain. But that's another thing with like the first movies and origin stories is Thor gets sent to Earth to be a human, and that part drags. I don't want to see Thor, god of lightning and thunder, drinking coffee. Yeah, it's funny. I'll have another. It's funny. But you're not Thor for most of the movie, and then when you finally do, what do we fight? Giant robot, space furnace monster guy. Very underwhelming for me. So, like I said, that's probably why I watched it once, and I didn't really care about it. It was just kind of a boring ending battle. You know, he does break the Bifrost and stuff, and that, you know, kind of sets up for Loki to be set up later. But it does establish Asgard, so I will give it the credit where it needs to be. That movie had to be there so we can get introduced to everything, setting up the next stuff. Because this is an MLM for nerdy fans, man. And so yeah, I'll agree with the 3 out of 5 for Thor. And then the next one, Captain America: The First Avenger, Which I honestly, I didn't like this movie when it first came out. I watched it once. I never cared for Captain America. It wasn't until kind of Infinity War and Endgame where I really appreciated all the Avengers. But I just, I'm not too big in like the Boy Scout guys. Perfectly good all the time, never says a bad word, none of that stuff. So kind of thought he was a bit of a pussy, even though he's a total badass. My revisit, I actually really did enjoy it. Chris Evans is perfect as Captain America. I can't unsee him as Captain America. The story's pretty good. It does have a lot of heart. I will say, there was a death in there, I believe, where someone gets fallen into an airplane propeller, and it's just, ooh, pink mist, which is like, for a PG-13 Marvel movie, that's pretty fucking gnarly, man.
Totally rad.
It does have Hugo Weaving as Red Skull, which everyone loves Hugo Weaving. Don't really care about Red Skull, and he kind of, just ended. He just went away, and we don't see him until fucking Phase 3, which is years off. And even then, you kind of forgot about him. He's kind of one note a bit. But another important thing from Captain America is it does introduce like the Tesseract with the Space Stone. So that kind of sets up with what Thor's doing with Loki and everything. So actually I was very surprised how much I enjoyed it more on this rewatch since when it first came out in like the 2011s, 2010s, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. But I was very pleasantly pleased that I actually enjoyed it a lot more.
It's funny how that works, huh?
Yeah.
And then of course, we have the ending of Phase 1. The Avengers. They did 5 movies in a rush so they can build up to this. And for such a big movie with so many big characters, they had to nail it. And what did they do? They sticked the landing perfectly. This movie still holds up. I watched it last night. I stayed up till like 12:30 after my wife went to bed just so I can cram in the more Marvel Phase 1 movies so I can talk about this today, because I haven't put a full video out in 2 weeks. But damn, man, I was enjoying every single minute of that. The pacing's great. The fights are great. The dialogue. It's a damn near perfect movie. I think it's totally awesome, man. Has a great payoff. The chemistry is good. Like I said, they really nailed the landing. The pace of it's great. And the fights. Not even the big fight. The big fight is awesome. I personally like the smaller fights a little bit more, like with the Thor and I got them written down here. The Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor fight whenever he steals Loki out of the way. Like, that thing's super fun. They're fighting in the woods, clearing all this stuff out. We need to be friends. And even some of the dialogue in there, I remember we saw it in theaters. And it's still good. I feel a little bit it's kind of cheesy now. I do know whenever they're jumping out of the plane and Captain America's like telling Iron Man, like, yo, we need to come up with the plan of attack. And he's like,
I have a plan. Attack.
Alright, kind of cool. A little edgelordy. And the next line, whenever they're telling Captain America, why don't you just stay here, man? Those are like gods. And Captain America says, there's only one god, ma'am, and I don't believe he dresses like that. Which, yeah, I get ya. America all day. That got a standing ovation in the theater I watched it. Now it's kind of like,
I don't hate it.
like I said, it's a little cheesy. I think it needs to be a little cheesy, though.
Gouda!
Oh, but still, man, just a beautiful little fucking fight between them. You got the Hulk, Thor, and Widow fight while they're trying to fix the plane. And, like, that scene alone is like, I mean, it's them fixing a plane that's going down midair. So it's, like, very exciting. But just how it's handled, and they're being attacked. And you got Hawkeye being taken over by Loki's dumbass. And then we get to the end battle with the huge New York scene. There's, like, space worms and all these little things crawling. And then Hulk shows up, and I'm always like, bam! Like, dude, it is wall-to-wall entertainment. And I would use the absolute cinema, but like Martin Scorsese notoriously hates Marvel movies and calls them cartoons, which you're not wrong.
No, you're wrong.
They are giant CGI battles.
So what?
But they need to be. What are you gonna stop motion all these? It won't look the same. The whole thing would need to be stop motion or something. Like, it has to be animated. It has to be computer graphics, and they fucking nailed it, dude. I was telling my wife, I think Phase 1 needs to be called The Humbling. Because people need to be humbled.
Sit down, be humble.
Iron Man, first movie comes out, great. I'm Iron Man. Iron Man 2, he's a drunk, arrogant prick. thinks he's better than everyone else, because he kind of is. He created his own army suit. He gets humbled. Boom. Thor, arrogant little prick. Oh, I'm Scotty and blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna start a war and all this shit. Sent, stripped. Boom. Humble. Loki. The Avengers. Oh, I am a god. Bam, bam, Hulk, smash, smash, smash. Humbled. His face there just getting wrecked by the Hulk is beautiful. Still fucking awesome. Hulk walks away.
Puny god.
Fucking incredible. So, out of these 6 movies, and the ratings on them, of course, also Avengers got 5 out of 5 stars. Why wouldn't it be? Here are kind of my little pros and cons, just overall for all of Phase 1. It's great casting, good character intros, surprisingly grounded compared to where the rest of the MCU ends up. Multiverse and all this space shit, very grounded, feels more real. And the payoff was great. All that build up to the Avengers making a perfect movie. Like, yes, we built this. Here's the product from what we were building. Hope you enjoy. And guess what? We enjoyed it. Fucking awesome. Some of the cons. Few forgettable villains. Like I said, number 2, it's Whiplash guy and Sam Rockwell and drones. First one's got terrorist guy and Jeff Bridges. Actually, I liked him as a villain. I mean, he was a dirtbag who screwed Tony over, but that's what a villain does. And I do think they also spent a little extra too much time trying to set up future stuff as well. And there's a few moments where the CGI doesn't necessarily hold up all the way. But other than that, those are very small nitpicks, despite that, the fact, there's just some movies that aren't as great as the other movies. And so for my ranking of best to worst in Phase 1.
Don't fuck this up.
For my number 1 as best, this was kind of a tie, which got beat out a little bit between Iron Man and Avengers. But I'm going with the Avengers just because everything that's in it, man. We got the Avengers, the scene of them first meeting in the circle. You get the ba 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 ba. Like, man, I don't even read comics. I was like, it's the Avengers, woohoo! So, of course, that has to go as number 1 in Phase 1 because it's simply just a perfect movie. It's got everyone you want to see in it. The pacing's perfect through. The whole thing's entertaining.
We won.
All right, hey. All right, good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day. You ever tried shawarma?
For my second one, I will go with Iron Man because, again, great fucking movie. You could watch it by yourself. You could watch the movie by itself without having to watch through all 37 Marvel movies like I'm doing now because ADHD won't let me let it go. I am obsessed. I have to finish this. This is a demon I must exercise, and I have to do it. So be prepared for more Marvel stuff in the future because it's fucking happening. And also, brand new days. What was I talking about? Right, ADHD. Okay, so Avengers, Iron Man, and then after that, I'm actually going to put Captain America, which surprisingly, because never gave a shit about Captain America when I was younger, and now I thought it was better than the rest of the movies I'm going to talk about. So Captain America will be number 3. For 4, it's between Iron Man 2 and Thor. And as messy as Iron Man 2 is, I think I'm going to put that as my 4th. Because it's still Iron Man. It's funny, he's still a superhero despite all the flaws. And Thor, I think, was a little less, engaging for me. Like I said, he's a human half the time. We get a boring-ass fucking giant metal flame guy, and it could have been better. So my 4th spot will be Iron Man 2. The 5th, I will put Thor there. Still an okay movie. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was just fine. It needed to be there so we can get everything set up for the Avengers. And then my last and final one, so the worst of Phase 1, I will go with The Incredible Hulk. Not because it's a terrible movie. I do enjoy it. I like Edward Norton. Tim Roth's great. Liv Tyler. It's a good movie. Good-ish movie. But it feels very disjointed and like the outlier for the rest of the Marvel movies in Phase 1. It doesn't feel like it really fits. We never get Edward Norton again. Plus, one thing I noticed when I was watching it, when the army's like shooting him at the college and like, let's shoot him. Okay, how many times have y'all tried to shoot your guns at the Hulk worked? Let me guess. Never. It's never worked. Let's keep doing what never works, because maybe it'll work this time. Like, the one bullet's gonna go through, like, his eyeball, and... Oh no, hey guys, I killed the Hulk. It was me, I did it. No, shut the fuck up. Stop wasting your ammo on this fucking bulletproof tank man who's got a fucking schlong probably longer than my arm, dude.
That's all me.
Jesus Christ. Liv Tyler's trying to bang him there, and he's like, I can't, like... Because his heart rate, when his heart rate goes up, he turns into the Hulk. So if someone's banging Bruce Banner and like you're gonna split this poor woman open. Poor guy, I'm not judging. So anyway, that is my best to worst list of MCU Phase 1, Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, Iron Man 2, Thor, and The Incredible Hulk. Man, I watched most of these last night, so it's overwhelming. I am very overwhelmed. That's why I wanted to break this up by phases instead of one giant fucking ranking video. And like I said, these are only my opinions. I'm pretty decent when it comes to rating movies. You know, I'm not too harsh on them. I do have my critiques, and I like some dumb shit other people hate. But these are just my opinions, so you know they're absolutely right, and if you don't agree with them, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong! I will be doing the rest of the phases as they come out. There's a few other ones I need that aren't Marvel related, so I can kind of skip it so we're not just going to keep getting comic stuff, because I know not everyone likes the comic book movies, which is fine. You're fucking wrong! I was not expecting my Marvel rewatch to become the thing it is, because now my ADHD and obsession is forcing me to watch these. There's ones I haven't seen because I didn't give a shit about. I have to watch them for the first time and hopefully give a shit about them. Maybe if I watch them and I don't still care, no. But I'm going to give them their honest due. I will do my best to pay attention and go through these like any normal schmuck would. So if you did like this video, if you stuck around this long, I do greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come check out my channel for shorts all the time. If you have any other ideas for movies, skits, whatever, let me know, man. I'm here having a fun time. As stressful as going through all these movies are, it still is fun. I'm actually very much enjoying it. And like I said, the rewatch, I'm more happy that I do appreciate them as they are. Instead of, it's fucking Captain America's first movie, fuck it. So, stay tuned. Phase 2 is coming. And I think that's about it right there. So, peace out. I love you guys, and you guys have a blessed night. And now, please bow your head in remembrance of one of the fallen OGs from Phase 1.
You're my boy, Blue!